whenever I come across this gospel that we have just listened to, I always ask myself, so this woman, what did she do with the head of John the Baptist? Did they cook and eat? What did they do? Because I think if you follow the story, they had no use for it. Yeah. Maybe they put it in their house as a decoration, or maybe later, the gospel doesn't tell us, maybe later they gave it back to the disciples to bury it together with the body. But this question always crosses my mind, you know. It's like those thieves that will break into your house to steal things that you don't need. Yeah. They steal your age, your passport, they steal whatever, but they don't have any use for it. But anyway, there's something that the death of John the Baptist wants us to reflect on, or this memorial as we celebrate it. We are being asked to reflect, especially on what we can consider as objectively true, objectively right, and be able to give up our life for that which is objectively true, that which is objectively right, not what is true according to what I think, or what is true or what is right according to what I think. Here we're talking about objectivity. Why does John die in the first place? He dies because he stands for what is objectively right. He stands facing the king and saying it with a straight face, looking right into the eyes of the king. "O king, what you have done is wrong. Doesn't matter who you are, you can be king, you can be whatever you are. If it is wrong, it is wrong." And he stands for that. And that is what actually even takes him to prison, where he is killed eventually. Herodias is the wife to Philip, the brother to King Herod. So Philip dies, and this woman, Herodias, wants to get married again. What happens? The king, Herod, takes her in as the wife. John looks at that and says, "No, you can't do that. You can't take your brother's wife as your wife. Even our custom doesn't allow that." And so he's thrown into prison. The woman, Herodias, is not also very happy with what John the Baptist says about her marriage to her brother-in-law. Let us put it that way. She's not very happy. So she's looking for a way to eliminate him. This one have to eliminate. How can he be saying things like, why should he have a problem with me getting married to whoever I want? Yeah, that's why we are saying John dies for what is objectively right. So an opportunity brings itself when this woman finally decides to eliminate John from the face of the earth. When we think about all this, maybe we can ask ourselves a question: what is it that I'm ready to die for? Many times we see things going wrong wherever we are, could be within the family or in the compound, in the community where we live. We see things going wrong, but before we challenge that particular thing which is going wrong, we begin to look at the faces that are behind it. And when we see those faces, we realize maybe it is faces of the people that we don't want to offend. So we do what? We become indifferent to the evil. We fold our arms. We take a step backwards. This doesn't concern me. It's not my business. This is not happening in my house. So whoever is, should take care of it. It's none of my business. So we close our eyes, we close our ears, and we go our own way. We fail to challenge what is wrong because of the faces that are behind it. John is not afraid of the king. Remember, he's challenging the king. It's not any other commoner or any other person in the community. It is the king. And not just any other king, but King Herod. King Herod was should we say, bad king or an evil king? He was a king that everybody feared. And John says, "O king, this you can't do." Our prayer today is that we are going to be as courageous as John, to stand firm on what is objectively right, to challenge what is evil, regardless of who is behind it. We may be put into prison for it. We may even die, like in the case of John the Baptist. But before God, as we stand before God, we shall proudly say, at least we tried. At least we did our part to challenge what was not right when we still had life, when we still had the opportunity to do that. But if we fail to challenge what is wrong, we go our own way. God is going to ask us, when you had the opportunity to say something against that, why did you look away? Amen.